I want to get some kind of grips. This may be, I would prefer to get all my grips and none of his on me, right? So whenever we're looking to get grips, there's a lot of grip play. We can go into a big long, like, whole thing about that. But mostly what I'm thinking though is I want to go like this here and try to get my grip on his collar, my grip on his sleeve, and keep his substantial, significant grips off of me. Which the significant grip is going to be, this is going to be his dominant arm. So I'm going to take that one out of commission. I get my dominant grip here. If he gets anything else with this one here, it's not going to be quite as good for me, right? Or quite as good for him. So this is the idea. And next, I want to play fairly low like this. So I want to pull him into this kind of stance like this. Okay, so if he keeps his hips up too high, whenever I'm doing this here, no, I'm not shooting shoulders, like here. So he's leaning, but he's not really, he's not like squatting here like I am. If he's doing that, he's in a lot of danger of me just like sitting in and kicking him, flipping him over my head, right? At very least, he's gonna be easier for me to pull guard on. So the energy that I'm getting today is like here, and I'm kind of pulling a little bit, and he's kind of pulling a little bit too and squatting. So that's what we're looking at. So from this position here, I want to like make him feel as if I'm either gonna sit to pull guard, or I'm gonna sit to kick him over my head like a promenade, right? That response here typically is going to be like when I start to pull back like this here, he's going to have to kind of put the brakes on. The mechanics of him putting the brakes on have to be him digging his heels in and setting his butt back a little bit this way. You see what I mean? So knowing that, I want to get here, get that pull response, and it's going to depend on which leg he's giving me. Let's go right leg first. We'll talk about left leg next. We go here. I'm looking to pull him down like this. I want to start sitting back here. Don't go with me. Here. Start sitting back here like this. Now, so once I feel him resist here, I start to pull and then shoot to pick the ankle this way, okay? Now, if the ankle, I'm not gonna worry too much about where it winds up right now. The main thing is I got him on his butt and I still have a hold of the collar and I have a hold of his ankle, okay? So we go here like this, we're gonna go right foot first, like this, right? So I sit and I'm looking to pull back this way. You might go like head to head with him, get this little kind of game going here. I'm gonna sit up and fake the leg. What I'm faking is this, right? You do either leg. I'll tell you later why I like this one, but we go here, I fake and pick the ankle here, this way. Okay? As long as I get him to his butt, we're cool. Okay? One time, I get my grips, he doesn't have his. We're in this kind of game here. I get him to tug a war with me a little bit here, like this. I go to fake pull, get him this way. Okay? Questions? Let's try, guys. See if when we get into this position here, he's got this leg forward on this side now. Because a while ago, it was like, because I'm pulling him this way, right? He's thinking I want that leg, so maybe he's stepping it back. Now he's letting me have this leg forward here. So I'm not gonna shoot to the back leg, right? It's not that you can't, it can be done. It's just you gotta be a better wrestler than I am to do that. So when we go here, this way, and I wanna think kind of the same, I'm gonna fake the guard pull again. Because the big thing about faking the guard pull is that it should get him to go here like this and kind of hike his hips back. And if it does, that means he's giving you a really good compromised posture to be able to pick those ankles, right? And it's something that you can do with a gi that's a little harder to do without the gi. It's really hard to fake a guard pull without a gi. So we go here like this, I go to fake, and then same thing, I want to go here and pick. Now the difference on this side is that this allows me to use my head a little more. So I want to think about my head coming and hitting him in the ribs or the chest here. So like this here, I go to fake pull, and then I'm going to pull this until my head goes here this way. If he falls down that easy, that's good. But even if not though, if he stays standing, you're here, like this, I step to pull, I step in and hit, I use that for leverage here. This one's going to be more of a pickup than the last one. The last one, basically had to be a trip or a block so that you fell over it. This one, I want to be able to shoot in and boom this way here and pick that leg up. So even if I get up and he's still hopping around, well, I've got this ankle here, I've got this collar, and then we can trip out this way, right? So again, here like this, and remember, I like to try to keep this off of me. It can be done even if he has the grip on me, but it just makes life a lot easier if I can keep his dominant hand off of me. So we're here like this. I want to fake pull here, shoot, my head goes inside this way, and then I come up with his ankle. Okay? Questions? Let's try it, guys. He's gonna have some kind of grip attachments. Typically, if he's gained his posture inside my closed guard, then a couple things that are gonna happen when that gets there. I still wanna be like trying to get my attachments on him, but like this is not gonna be very strong a lot of the time if he's got good grips in place. So yeah, this right here, having this kind of like inside grip like this, and then monitoring my hip too, these are gonna be probably some of the best placements that he can have, right? I don't wanna be too high up with my guard, it's not gonna benefit me a whole lot, so I wanna be a little lower by his waist. So I'm thinking about kind of squeezing his hips and butt here a little bit more. Again, this right here, he can keep me from getting a deep collar grip with this, right? So if this is the case and I feel like this is just worthless at this point, then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna grab on the sleeve here like this, okay? So once I grab here, I'm gonna peel this way. And then this hand's gonna slide up here to shave, right? From here, you can go figure 4 grip, but it seems like a little extra time that it takes. So I'm gonna slide up as high as I can here. I'm gonna pop my hips and I wanna bust this grip. So I go here, this way. We raise up what's happening here, and then my hands go a little farther, but my body drops down here to break that grip. I wanna get this, I wanna wrap this with my arm. Now, this can be done a really difficult way or a really easy way. Let's do it the easy way. So, because if I do it the difficult way, like this here, it works, but that's him leaving his arm extended out like a while to do that. And his instinct, once I pop this, is to jerk back. So how do we stop that jerk back? That's the question. Because I get here, and instead of trying to pull this direction, I want to pull this out here to the side, and then pull him forward this way. You see what I mean? So now he doesn't want to even jerk that back. He wants to get it back center so that he doesn't fall on his face. That's a little more instinctive, okay? So we go here, I bust the grip, pull it to the side here, this way, right? So I'm clearing, and then pull his body forward this way, right? Now once I wrap, there's no space here. So while I still have this, I'm gonna hop out to the side and punch this through here. All right, so it comes through like that, okay? When we're here, the last little adjustment, notice like how far out to the side I am here. The last little adjustment from here, I wanna come down, I wanna get a hold of this collar here like this, and I'd like to get my knee inside here like that. See, so this is gonna like stop him from getting the hand immediately inside. It's gonna stop him from doing a push-up, regaining his posture, and I've got some good control now that I've wrapped and I have the collar like that here, okay? So one more time, we start with this grip here. This is a good grip for him, right? So I wanna stay fairly low with my closed guard. My guard's gonna stay close while I do this move. I'm gonna slice up here. Again, if you feel better with this Gangnam style grip, then that's fine. We go here like this though. I pop, break the grip, pull it out here, pull him forward this way. Right? Move to the side, and then punch through that hole here. This one comes down and then helps me get that grip on the collar, okay? If you can, get that knee inside there, okay? You guys got all that?
Do you do it real time?
Yes, sir.
Do it real time?
Oh, sure. So we're here. Like that, right? It doesn't have to be crazy fast if the angle's good, right? Because he has, like, the time that it takes him to recover, it's like, I make that first step and pull to the side and then pull him forward. He's kind of like 2.5, 3 steps behind. And so that's the thing, once I start the process, then it's like he has to play catch up to a certain point to shut me down. Okay, let's try it, guys. Sir, I'm sorry.
When you punch through or grab your gi?
I'm trying to grab his lapel.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to go here, like that, right? Okay, anything else, guys? You good? All right, 1, 2, 3. Unless it's like a shotgun, and I guess they would. So if we feel like this.
Double roll.
Yeah, double attack. So we go here, like this, and I want to bust the grip, so I'll go up, bust, left, here, this way. I hip out to the side, and we were talking about this. I don't really care too much to use my foot. Like, I don't like that a whole lot versus using my thigh against his body to get on my side. And then I'm gonna punch through here. Once this hand lets go, it comes down, grabs his collar and passes to this hand to really try to lock everything in place. Now, even though it's locked in place though, if he wants to square back up and turn into me here, this is weak. This isn't really a lot of anything. So while I'm still here on my side, that's where I want this here. So that's gonna make it a lot harder for him to try to turn back and face me, right? So I like to try to play this kind of position. Even better, here. this way. Okay? Because maybe like if the angle's right, I can even get some kind of like block on this arm. It's kind of weak and weird, but you know, the first thing that I feel like since we're playing with the gi to go back and try for, since I got this arm blocked out, this one wrapped, is to take this hand and find that little tuft of material right there, here. And then I'm gonna push my elbow toward his belly button this way here to try to get that choke, right? If he wants to defend the choke here and he gets that hand aside to do it, yeah, like this, okay? So I'm gonna fight here like this, make him really have to defend. Go ahead and defend the choke here. Yeah, look, so yeah, that's the angle he has to defend with. If he pulls my hand, he helps me with the choke. If he pushes my arm, he relieves the pressure. But when he pushes my arm right there to relieve the pressure, he gives me the ability to like trap his arm inside, right? And so now we can start moving into that triangle territory, okay? Likewise, here, one other option, here. If he gives me good exposure on that defense, so go here, defend, look here, and I'm like, I don't know if I can clear that arm to get my triangle, so I let go of that collar. You guys see my hand over here? Get his sleeve here, okay? Now play air guitar here, and get around to the elbow. Push, here, trap. And then you can try to go the straight arm, but what I find on the straight arm is he tends to pop his shoulder out, so I wanna go slot machine instead like this here. And try to take his thumb to the floor, that way, okay? So what did I just say? We go here, I bust the grip, I pull him forward, his arm to my left. Wrap here, hip out to the side, right? I get here, I try to feed the collar through, right? Block that arm on that side if I can, and go here, go for the choke immediately. Make him really, if this stays blocking good over here, he won't defend. But if he gets that hand into defend, here, like this, and I'll fight here, make him really have to commit to that defense. Yeah, if he brings his elbow inside, great, we'll go triangle. If he's here pushing like this here and I don't feel like it, I'll collapse it a little bit and let him win, right? But arm wrestle him first, get him committed to that push and then let him win. Get the sleeve, air guitar out here. That's purposely like a big move. Here, I wanna pull that elbow clear, step, hip through, bite the shoulder, reinforce the bite here, and then come here. And then I wanna try to, I can go straight arm, I can go, if he pulls that arm back, I can go figure four, here like this, or you can just be like really rude about it, no wrist lock. Okay? You guys see the move though? All we're really adding this time is this layer here, where I push the arm clear, go back and attack the choke, and then based off his defense, if he defends it, then what do I do next? Okay, let's try it out, guys, 1, 2, 3.